What's up, everyone? Just want to give an update to the truck. Got the fabbed up for the hood hinges here. Came out pretty nice. See the other side over there. So it's going to clear up all this where the old hinges were and the old spring brackets. These are actuated, nice and clean, and they hide under the cowl goes there. So hides under that, which will be nice and clean. Still got a lot of holes to fill. Story of my life. The roof. So the roof skin, we cut off the whole drip rail all the way around, and we basically have started all the tack welding. You have to do, every so many inches or every so many centimeters tack welds, just so you don't warp all the metal. So again, we're going to grind all that down, get it nice and flush, and there will be no drip rail there. We've also removed the drip rail that came down here along the A-pillar. You see, still got to clean that up, but it's a good thing that we did that, because underneath is a lot of surface rust, corrosion. So give it a little bit more longevity, dig a little bit deeper, clean it up a little bit better. One issue that we've run into so far is previous body work that was done. As you can see, this door we got to line up. We took the hinges and adjusted everything. We got decent gaps without obviously correcting any of this stuff, but basically we just tried to get it to sit as close as possible just off the rip to see what we're dealing with, and we've got major issues down bottom. So as you can see, the rocker does not line up at all. We went through this with another truck, and you can see it almost comes to a point down here, and then it slowly creeps further and further away from the body. And the issue is that the fender meets perfectly down there, because the fender attaches to the rocker. So the issue is when somebody did these rockers, what people tend to do is they cut the rocker out, they take the new rocker, or no, let me start over. They take the door off, okay, then they cut the rocker out, and then they put the new rocker up, and like, oh well, yeah, everything lines up, great, weld it up, done, okay, all right, we're all cleaned up, everything's welded, yada yada. Slap the door on, oh shit, like we didn't check to see if it lines up with the door. Great. Well, like most people, they don't cut it all back out and redo it all. So you can see here they were definitely short, and I think that's the issue with this down here on this end. Like I said, this end, he's basically matting it up to the cab corners, and as you see, the cab corners were replaced. So if you think about it this way, this part of the cab was never removed, right? So when you go to put this piece in, you're matching it up to this piece, which never moved. Then when you go to put this piece in, you're matching it up to this piece, which was matched up to this piece. Down here, you don't have that option. All you've got is, you've got your section here, which they obviously gaffed. So that's your only lineup besides your door. So all this, you can see, it's like, it's just craziness. So that's the reason that there's this, half inch or whatever, 3/4 inch gap here, is because they didn't adjust for the door. Maybe this rocker needed to come out a little bit more for it to line up with the door, or it was twisted, who knows. So there's no adjustment enough. I mean, there is adjustment in the door itself, like as far as the brackets, loosening these brackets, doing what am I thinking of? Basically the adjustments to bring this, you could bring it this way and this way, but you can't only go so far in, right? Because this bracket here attaches to the body itself. So as you can see, it's literally hitting the door on the inside. So there's no more, we're as far in as the door will possibly ever go. So for it to overhang like this, it's not the door, or obviously the hinge. There's no adjustment there that's going to correct that. And another thing is there's no, as far as the door, you can see down here, it's literally just the door skin where it's overlapped and pinch weld. Like that's really all the meat of the door there. So we couldn't, roll it in or try and make it line up with this. There's basically no way to correct this besides doing the rocker. So customer you know, we explained that to him. He's fine with it. He's going to order some new rockers, and we'll do it the right way, which is, again, taking the door off, cutting the rocker out, putting the rocker on, you know, getting it partially set, putting the door back on, adjusting it, yada, and then welding it in place. What else have we done in here? I think that's about it. We did obviously do the hinges, so those are drilled. Let me show you the rest of that hardware here. So these are the hinges. This piece here all sits under the cowl, and it's pretty cool because it does clear, you know, the cowl. The cowl doesn't get cut. It looks factory. It just really cleans it up. And again, you have these actuators, so it takes some of that weight off. The hood itself, it was a decent little process. I mean, we, you know, some cutting, welded these up here. So these are nice and sturdy. These are what they mount to. Two of them, obviously. We've got some of the bedsides fenders off. The front fenders, the bedside fenders are in the booth. Priming those right now. So those got prepped and primed those. Let's see, what else we got? Honestly, the roof has been a total pain. So we've got another issue here. Customer had these hinges custom made. So normally the tailgate would basically just swing down. It has two little bumpers or gaskets or grommets that fit into the bottom of the tailgate there, and it just swings, right? And there's chains that would go inside the bed and inside the tailgate that would keep it from, you know, falling down. That's how these tailgates were. There's a little lock right here that goes through and then basically pins here. So that's the old style of the tailgate. So the customer had these hinges made up, which are I forget the weight that they're prorated at. So we got everything lined up, but the issue is that what you don't think about when you have weight of something like this is the torque, or is that the right word that I'm thinking of? Torque. You know, it's long, so the weight of it is sagging this like extreme. So the rubber inside here is just literally like not having it. So even though these were, you know, stronger than they needed to be on paper for the weight of this tailgate, the weight you know, because it's so far out, you know, and it you know, swings so far, and it's, you know, the weight goes, what's the word I'm thinking of? You guys tell me in the comments. It's literally just it's destroying those hinges. So that was a kind of a loss. But again, we'll have probably something stronger made, or I don't know, you know, do something else. I don't know. I haven't talked to the customer about that. We just went through this today. It is a cool idea though to have it swing out like this, but I think we're going to need something pretty strong in order for it to handle that weight. Much larger. And the other thing is since the brackets or hinges are hidden in here, there's not a lot of room, right? So you've got basically the 1.5 inch here, and then the 1.5 inch on the inside of the tailgate. Because they can't attach here, because, you know, you would clip this side, which we're already doing anyways. I think we needed to adjust these a little bit, but there was no sense in adjusting them if they weren't going to work in the first place. So there's that. What else? Glass is out of the truck. Glass is out of the RX-7 front and back. No issues on either one of those. So yeah, we're just going to keep grinding away. I'll probably give you guys another update, I don't know, middle of next week. Today is the 9th, November 9th. So you guys can see what kind of time frame, how long this stuff kind of takes. Again, we're hoping to have this one done end of the month, fingers crossed. We did have find a color that we're hoping to get some test samples on and we'll shoot that in the next week or two and see if the customer likes it. We just leave the tailgate like that. That's not too bad, huh? Rad. Anyways, that's it. Me and Drago are ready to get out of here. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.